I used to think I had it all figured out. My name is Ethan Carter, and I was living the dream. Clara Thompson, my girlfriend, was everything I could ever want, smart, beautiful, and with a heart that radiated warmth. But sometimes, even the brightest flames flicker and dim, and that's where my story begins. The day everything changed was ordinary, just another afternoon at work. I was surrounded by colleagues, laughter echoing in the break room. I should have been counting my blessings, but instead, a nagging sense of restlessness consumed me. I felt suffocated by the routine, by the expectation of the perfect boyfriend. That's when Ava walked in, with her wild laughter and free spirit. She was nothing like Clara, spontaneous, carefree, the opposite of everything I had built with Clara. "Come on, Ethan. Just one drink after work," Ava teased, her eyes sparkling with mischief. In that moment, I made a choice. A choice that felt harmless, like a small crack in the dam. I told myself it would be just one night, a little escape from the perfect life I had with Clara. But one drink turned into two, and two drinks turned into a night of reckless abandon. I had crossed a line I never thought I would. I remember feeling exhilarated and guilty all at once, the thrill of danger intoxicating. When I got home that night, Clara was waiting for me. She was sitting on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, watching our favorite show. My heart sank at the sight of her. The guilt washed over me like ice water, but I brushed it off with a weak smile. I didn't want to confront what I had done. "Hey babe, long day," I said, avoiding her eyes. Clara looked up, her expression brightening at the sight of me. "I saved you some popcorn," she chirped, her voice full of warmth. I wanted to drown in her affection, to forget the mistake I had made. But the guilt gnawed at me, and soon it became unbearable. I knew I had to make a choice, to confess or hide. I chose the latter. I convinced myself that I could bury the incident and move on. I thought I could compartmentalize my actions, as if they were just a fleeting moment that wouldn't affect the life we had built together. Weeks passed, and the weight of my secret grew heavier. I was on autopilot, caught in a cycle of anxiety and dread. The guilt was a constant companion, gnawing at me during every laugh we shared, every tender moment we created. I felt like a fraud. Then, one fateful day, I received a text from Ava. "You know, I don't regret that night. It was fun." My heart raced as I read her message. I knew then that I was trapped, my past crashing into my present. I was terrified of what would happen if Clara found out. But I underestimated the power of secrets. They have a way of surfacing, like the tide reclaiming the shore. The moment Clara discovered the truth is etched into my memory, her face pale, eyes filled with disbelief, the phone in her hand a dagger to my heart. "Is this you?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. In that instant, my world collapsed. The pain I had inflicted on her was a crushing weight. I could see her dreams shattering before my eyes. I wanted to reach out, to apologize, to explain how I had lost myself in a moment of weakness. But all I could do was watch her crumble. "I can explain," I stammered, desperation creeping into my voice. But my words felt hollow, a feeble attempt to mend what was irreparably broken. Clara's trust was gone, and I had become the villain in our story. In the days that followed, I spiraled into a pit of regret. Clara left, taking with her the light that had once filled my life. I was alone, drowning in remorse, haunted by memories of our laughter and the warmth of her embrace. Every moment spent apart felt like a reminder of my failure. I tried to reach out to her, but all I received were echoes of silence. I knew I had pushed her away. I would stare at my phone, willing her to respond, but each notification brought only more despair. I was left with the aftermath of my choices, the wreckage of a relationship that could have been beautiful. As the nights turned into weeks, I found myself reflecting on everything I had lost. The regret gnawed at me like a persistent itch, and I couldn't escape it. I had sacrificed something extraordinary for a fleeting thrill. I had shattered the heart of someone who deserved the world, and I was left with nothing but the cold void of my own mistakes. Then, one rainy afternoon, I heard a knock on my door. It was Clara's friend, Sophie. Her eyes were filled with pity as she handed me a note from Clara. It read, "I need time to heal. I'm focusing on myself right now." Those words pierced through me like a knife. I understood. I had given her no choice but to walk away. The gravity of my actions crashed down on me. I had betrayed her trust, and in doing so, I had betrayed myself. I realized that I was the architect of my own despair, and it was time to confront the truth of who I had become. From that day on, I committed to change. I sought therapy, hoping to understand why I had made such a reckless choice. I learned to confront my weaknesses, my fears, and my insecurities. With every session, I slowly began to rebuild the shattered pieces of my identity. I started journaling, pouring my thoughts onto paper, capturing the essence of my regret and the lessons learned. Each word was a step toward redemption, a way to honor the love I had lost. As I worked on myself, I held on to hope that one day, Clara might forgive me. I knew I had a long road ahead, but I was willing to put in the effort. I understood that I had broken something beautiful, and it was my responsibility to rebuild, not just for Clara, but for myself. I don't know if Clara will ever take me back or if she will find happiness without me. What I do know is that I am learning to embrace the weight of my choices, to grow from them, and to understand the true meaning of love and respect. In the end, betrayal taught me a valuable lesson, that love is not just a feeling, but a commitment to honor and cherish another person's heart. And with every heartbeat, I strive to become someone worthy of that love again.
Hi, I'm Clara Thompson, Ethan's ex-girlfriend. My world was turned upside down when I found out about his betrayal, and it changed everything for me. If you want to hear my side of the story and how I found the strength to move on, click the link in the description below. I'll share my journey of heartbreak, healing, and self-discovery, and I hope my experience resonates with you.